Hey guys, welcome to my studio. I decided today to make a short video on C-stands and how to use them properly. I've seen a lot of guys both out and about in their studios, as well as some of the guys on videos on YouTube that are using their C-stands incorrectly. So I thought I'd make this quick video to show you just how I set mine up in the studio. So let's have a quick squiz over here. This is my C-stand. Okay, so the difference about my one is that you can see I've got wheels on mine. They generally, obviously they don't come with wheels. It does make it a little bit more unstable, but I can work with it quite nicely, so I'm happy with the wheels. It allows me to move the thing around much easier than having to pick it up, etc., etc. So the other one that you can see behind me doesn't have wheels. But this one is the one that I use a lot to move around and set up a light on it. So let's get into it. Basically, we have kind of three components to this C-stand. Firstly, you've got this boom arm, which can come off. So if we undo this, we can pull it right out, and kind of that is your boom arm with a knuckle on the end of it. It's called a knuckle. It's very, very handy. So a C-stand kind of definitely needs one of these. Sometimes you can buy them without these boom arms, and sometimes I would suggest that you would buy it with a boom arm. So easiest way to store it would be like that. The second part of it is the main shaft running down here, okay, which has then two adjustment arms that we can adjust the height with. And then the last part is the actual base, and this main boom arm that goes into the top here actually can come out, and then these things can kind of fold into each other. The one thing that you will notice about a C-stand is that you've got three different legs. You've got this very tall leg, and you've got one that's kind of a little bit shorter, that one, and then you've got a real short one over there. It also helps for when you fold them away, they fold underneath each other, which is quite nice. But it's quite key when you set up this C-stand that you understand what these legs do and what the position of these legs should be for you to have a nice stable setup for your light. So firstly, what I can suggest to do is when you first get your C-stand and you set it up, you'll stick your boom into the knuckle at the top, and pretty much you will have the big arm, or the tallest arm, so this arm, facing away from you. And you will set up your stands with all your small tightening knobs on your left-hand side, okay? These tightening knobs will be on your left-hand side. And then the knuckles and the tightening of the knuckles will be down on your right-hand side, okay? So that's key. All of these down the left, all of these down the right. And then the main big leg is facing away from you. Now, there's been many things that I've seen with using a C-stand and how you set it up for stability. So the key to this is when you put out your boom, okay, and we tighten it, you've obviously got on this side here, you've got your knuckle with your pin where you can adjust and put your lights on. You can obviously make this thing as short and as long as you want, okay? So therefore your light and your diffuser will be here on axis. It's important to know that this large leg has to be parallel with this boom, okay? So your light and your diffuser will be over here, and directly underneath it will be this leg. Okay, so that is what's giving this stability, okay? When you're going to want to move your stand, I see a lot of guys just swinging the boom across to get it into position. As soon as you move that boom off this tall leg, so there, stability, no stability. Okay, as soon as you move it off leg here, no stability. As soon as I move it back, stability. As soon as I move it here, I can pull this over. Okay, so this leg has always got to be in line with this to give it absolute stability for your light and to not have any accidents. You'll also note that it'll always go out this side, okay? Because when I pull down here, it's actually tightening. I've seen a lot of guys just swing this thing around and then try and use it on the other way, but it doesn't work that way because it kind of works its way loose. If you want the light to go out the other side, you would then swivel this around and then the light would be on this side and you would shoot there. Or you wanted to shoot around this side, you would wheel it around or move it around and then you'll shoot this side. Okay, so that's key, that this and this is in a line. Okay, so that's very, very, very important. There's a whole host of things that we can use with this C-stand, and I'll show you some more as we go through some of my other videos of me shooting in the studio. Okay, so I've got wheels on this. So the next thing I want to show you about it is not really going to work with the wheels. So what I'm going to do is just let's pack this one away. Okay, so let's just wheel this one away. Let's bring this one in. Okay. Okay, so let me talk you through this setup. I've got myself an additional extended boom to fit on top of my knuckle on top of the C-stand. The boom that came off there, it doesn't really have to come off as here. So I can still put this boom arm in here if I wanted to. So it can slot into that and I can then move it wherever I want it to go to. But I choose not to use it at the moment. So it's just basically stored on the side here. So let me explain to you what I've got here. So it's got quite a nice boom arm. So I can hang a weight on this, okay, to counterbalance this light. But what's happening here, I've got my 8600 here on a super clamp attached to the base of my C-stand, and then I've only got the head over here, and then so it's only the head and then the weight of the octa that's there. So I don't really need something on here. When I put this light, the 8600, on the end of this, I will hang a beanbag on the side here just to give it a little bit more of a counterweight, so that when I do loosen this, okay, it's kind of like counterbalanced basically, okay. That's what we're looking for, so that this doesn't have to be as tight can be, because it's basically counterbalanced. But because of this setup I've got here with the light, with the main part of the light over here and the head on this side, I pretty much don't need to do that. But what I was going to chat to you about is using the beanbag. Okay, so as I said before, you've got 3 legs of different heights here. You've got a very tall leg, and you can see, as I spoke to you in the video, that the tall leg is in line with this boom arm for the stability. So we've got the big leg, we've got the second biggest leg, and then we've got the small leg. Now I see a lot of guys putting bean bags over there. Okay, so now the bean bag is actually lying on the floor. It's not getting any weight to that leg at all. Okay, the weight of the bag is on the floor, so it's useless. If you go to the second highest leg, same thing. The weight, look at that, the weight of the bag is not holding down this C-stand. So where do we put it? We put it on the front. Now you can see the weight is now on the leg and not hanging on the ground. So that's where we put our light stand, our sandbag for counterweight, or not counterweight, just to give it a little bit of a heavier base. Okay, the stability of this is still being supported by this big stand. Okay, so that in a nutshell is pretty much how to set up your C-stand. If you've got any questions, please leave them for me in the comments below, and I can answer them for you. It's a great thing to have in your studio. They are hectically durable. They're a little bit more expensive than your normal light stand, but if you're using a studio and you're wanting to shoot off access and stuff like that, it's definitely the way to go. If you buy one, they're going to last you flipping forever. You're going to have no problems with it as long as you treat them correctly and you use them correctly. Your kit will be safe, your lights will be safe, and yeah, you'll have a long, great relationship with your C-stand. So head over to Godox, check them out, and yeah, drop me a line if there's any questions you need to ask, or yeah, I will catch you next time. Thanks for listening.